Okay, beautiful. So I am Rising Phoenix Aurora. In case you're just joining us, thank you for being here. It is an honor to be here with you. Um, so incredible. So incredible. I'm just going to um, end this here on Rumble, you all. If you're come join me on TikTok instead. Come join me on TikTok. All right. And I'm gonna record this and I'll upload it later on Rumble. It's not working. So we're gonna go with TikTok only right now. What's up? Thank you for the hearts. Welcome everyone. I'm Rising Phoenix Aurora. I am an author and I am most importantly just honored to be here with you. So I'm gonna begin the intros here and let me just I was going to do Rumble and TikTok, but I couldn't. So I'm just gonna go on TikTok. It's been a while since I've been with you guys. It's been a while. So back in 2022, I began this series that is incredible. Okay. Beyond the Ice Walls of Antarctica and the Lost Cities of Tartaria. Yep. It is amazing. So back in 2022, believe it or not, Tartaria wasn't as popular. But our videos reach millions of views quickly, and there's many others as well that are talking about Tartaria, but it wasn't as popular as it is now at this point. I mean, it's quite incredible the ways that it's reached. So today I'm with you because guess what? My book, my very first book on the Lost Cities of Tartaria, Beyond the Wilds of Antarctica, which is basically the beginnings to what is Tartaria, has released, you all. Go to Amazon and Barnes& and Noble. So this is what this video is about. If you're just joining us, I am an author. I have two other books, Galactic Soul History of the Universe and Multiverse, which basically goes into the brain, the consciousness, the memory field of who you are, and it helps you. This is all about like basically people's memories of traveling the universe, dimensions, multiverse. It is truly the most incredible series. So from there, though, I have over 900 videos. You haven't seen me much on TikTok just because I'm on Rumble live every Friday, and TikTok it doesn't really save the videos, and I go on there for at least an hour, and I talk about all these like amazing topics. Over 900 videos found under my uncensored sensitive content, which you will find here, all about these things that we can't talk about, but now we are being able to talk about. So again, go purchase or go to Amazon, The Lost Cities of Tartaria, Amazon, Barnes& and Noble in black and white. Oh, Clear Hearts, thank you for joining us. Gina, you're there. Awesome. So, Gina, since you're here, can you add the links? I appreciate you. So Gina's always assisting us live under Friday, live under Rumble. So I am here again because of this book, you all. Go to my website, risingphoenixaurora.com. Go to Barnes& and Noble and Amazon. You could only find it under Barnes& and Noble in black and white, but go to Amazon right now, you all. Go to Amazon right now because it's in color. On Amazon, I was able to print it in color. So it is a beauty in color, but you can purchase it for cheaper under Barnes& and Noble. Okay? Type in The Lost Cities of Tartaria. All right? So I want to thank you because if you've been listening to me since then, you all remember how many views I got. Look at this, 39 views, 39 million views right here. 39 million views, you all, of Tartaria videos. If you haven't checked out my videos for a while, go check them out. But really, if you want to be up to date, look at this. If you want to be up to date in all my videos, just watch me live on Rumble. It's uncensored. You know, like here, I can't really say words that we talk about here, like the V and the jab. Yeah, this tells you about the beginning of the resets. And what I'm known for as Rising Phoenix Aurora, what I'm known for, is to put everything into sense, to make it sense, make it sense. You all love to say that, right? So that's what I do. In book one, we start making everything make sense. Okay, but in order to get to what is Tartaria and the civilization that was mud flooded and erased, we need to first understand what's beyond the ice walls of Antarctica. And this is what's so big about this, is that it connects to the fact that we are inside a ice ring and that what's beyond these ice walls, what is going on, like the New World Agenda. I talk about dark aliens, negative entities, the matrix simulation that we are in. Um, you name it, we talk about it. But let me tell you a little intro though about here's an intro to the book, all right? So what a beautiful cover, by the way, right? So this is what the earth looks like. People, if you watch my videos back then when I was getting millions of views, um, this is what this construct looks like. But everyone always asks, what is it? Flat? Is it round? It's both and neither at the same time because it's a plane of existence. We are in a plane of existence. We are in a crystalline simulation. And with that is we are also the multiverse and universe in here. So for to find out more of the universe and multiverse, you would go to here, these books, Galactic Soul History of the Universe and The Final Battle, where we fight the AI and we battle it out. That's to find out that. Okay, but for this is all about the fact that we are not victims and that we are very much aware of your New World Order agenda and reset that we are, and we don't consent to you. Um, so what's happening is that they have begun the reset. They try to begin the reset, but we don't consent to it, do we? Because we're too amazing as fellow, you know, history buffs and looking at history or the real history, right? Not the indoctrinated history that they tell us at school. We know the real history because we walk among it. We look at it, all the Tartarian buildings, and this book puts you into an understanding here. So this is what I'm talking about. So you sometimes you hear like in the UFO community, they're talking about like 2030 is like their reset in humanity. It's already begun. It's already begun, and that's why you're seeing the floods everywhere. I mean, look at North Carolina. If you're in the Americas, you know that North Carolina's wiped out. Even Lahaina. I went to go see Lahaina after not the Chicago fires, but the fires there in Lahaina. Desolate, you all. So sad. So there's floods everywhere that were just happening just like a week ago, right? There's the Guadalupe River. There's the floods that were happening over in New Jersey, New York, Iowa, even across in Japan, there was floods happening, and it's happening because of this technology, this negative technology. So we start talking about this. We talk about this negative technology in here. How does that work? How we're sovereign, how we don't, we're not to consent. And the way we don't consent to it is we come into the awareness of it. That's the only way we don't consent to the current resets that are happening. It's there. Just look at it. So for example, let me read an intro. So just alone, the introduction to this is incredible, you all. So activating. Okay, so this is here, I'll read you the intro. Again, if you're just coming in, you all, check out our books. Our book, The Lost Cities of Tartaria book series. It's begun. This is so big, you all. I have 90 episodes. I have 90 episodes that have aired live on our Friday live videos under Rumble. If you haven't joined us, why not? Come join us. Every single video unravels Tartaria. And what I'm known for is I go into quantumly, physically, spiritually, energetically, and we figure it out. All of it. No nonsense here, right? So here's the intro, okay? I am thankful that you are here because you are the ones on earth who have chosen to see with eyes unveiled by removing the indoctrination you were born into through societal programming. You are the ones who have chosen to see a civilization that had been long forgotten by the mudfloods that covered them and swept them away. To see a world that was erased and made into fairy tales and make-believe. You are here because your search for the truth, which might have begun as a hunch, has now been converted into solid truth of the existence of the Great Tartarian Empire. On your search, you have learned once you see Tartaria, you cannot unsee it. Whether you are new to Tartaria or a veteran researcher of Earth's history, get ready to be astonished through this book series. It will all finally make sense. Gina, Zen, who are assisting me in chat, right? Put the links there. You all come purchase it under Amazon right now. The signs, next paragraph. You are here because you are the collective who is standing up to the beginning of their tried reset. And through floodings, and weather modification upon our current era. We say tried because this time the elites would not prevail as they have done so through our ancestors. We have to unite together into the largest awareness as a collective to loudly and clearly say we do not consent, which is the purest and truest intention of the delivery of this book series. This is how we change it. And because I teach quantum physics, how does quantum world exist, and everything exists within your mind, your consciousness, your brain, your neurals, all that you are. This is how you transform it. You change it by the awareness, by questioning it all, questioning everything, the environment. Look at how cool this is, you all. Illustrated in color. Now, I can only get it as cheap as $44 to make a couple cents off it, which is cool, on our Amazon. But right now they have it on sale, you all, for $35. So go purchase it right now before it goes to regular price at $44. Under color, it's $44. But you could get in Barnes & Noble for black and white, and it's just as good. But, you know, it's cool in colors. It's so beautiful in color. So it's only $33 under Barnes & Noble. Yeah, so I go into, for those of you who are veteran Tartarians, I go into their Brano Monte map, and we go into it page by page and talk about it. What's happening. The biggest thing that comes into awareness here is what's beyond the ice wall of Antarctica. What's happening over there. Because we need to first understand what is happening beyond the ice wall to understand if you've watched the videos. Perhaps we were one of those millions that were watching, some of those million views that I got back then in 2022 when I began with the series. Again, if you're just coming in, the series, currently I have 90 episodes of it under my channels. So let's just talk about some of these chapters here. So chapter 1 is beyond the walls of Antarctica, the ice walls. From there, it goes into chapter 2, which are the artificial intelligence at the ice walls, what's happening there. Then at the rim of the crystalline dome, the crystalline energy, what is going on? And then beyond chapter 4 is beyond the dome and the universe. So what is that construct like? So in case you're new to me, I am a remote viewer and a channeler, and I only consent to love light, and that is all. I don't have time for none of that, only love. So because I channel with love light and I use my energy quantumly, connecting myself to my higher self form, then these basically my higher self from remote viewing like an eagle does, shows me everything only embodied in love light. No infringement, no AI, none of that, no dark aliens. So when you read this content and you watch my videos, it's like so activating in your heart because you're like, oh, now it makes sense. Make it make sense, right? I will make it make sense for you all. This is what our content does week after week. So make sure you come watch us live every Friday under Rumble, where I am uncensored. So chapter 5 goes into the aliens. And that's what's happening, you all. What's beyond the ice wall? It's a super space program. And in chapter 5, it tells you detail what's happening there and what is there and how are we encased in this ice wall inside of there, treating us like we're their experiments when we're not. And you know what's most beautiful is that people, this came out maybe like a week ago, this book. We're already number one seller, new release in Arctic history, and then also Celtic history and mystical information. We're number one in 2 different categories. So make sure you go be part of that and make that number one. And what people say is that they've read Tartarian books. You know, there's not so many out there, but they read the Tartarian books, and when they read them, it's kind of like from most often an older man perspective, and they're upset, they're angry, and they're channeling their anger through it. And, you know, they're like, what the heck? You know, we're not your victims. Don't mess with us, which is so beautiful. So thankful for them. But what they say is that what I do is that it puts it into a perspective where we're not victims. So the intent to this is to help us step into our power, that we are not victims, and you cannot freaking reset us because we're aware of you and we've been onto you and we've uncovered it over and over with every single deveiling and unveiling of Tartaria and the true history that came before us. Now I know you might be listening to me just new now, and maybe you haven't listened to me, but I channel Nikola Tesla. I also channel Albert Einstein. I teach quantum physics. I have a Rising Phoenix Mystery School where I teach all of this. You go to my Rising Phoenix Mystery School. We could add the link now to aurapractitioners.com, aurapractitioners.com, which is my Rising Phoenix Mystery School. You can sign up to any of the membership or tiers there or under my Patreon too, where I've been channeling Nikola Tesla, Albert Einstein. And we discovered, we go into the New Yorker, you know, the New Yorker where it's kind of restricted. I have photos and information of the inside of it, who someone got for me to get to the inside. So this whole series this is only the beginning, you all. This has just begun because we're looking at the first 11 episodes of our 90 episode series that we have going on since 2022, you all. 3 years I've been covering Tartaria. Did you know that? 3 years. Unveiling and unveiling false information. 90 episodes in. Okay? So yeah. Um the other thing is from there, when we figure out what's beyond the ice wall and what's, tricking us there or keeping us, in density here with back, I'm not sure if I can say this on this platform. That's why I love Rumble. Join me live Friday on Rumble. I can be uncensored, jabbing us with stuff, keeping the density. If you go watch the series, you all go watch the entire series on the Rumble. You can find a whole playlist under Odyssey. YouTube, I'm not able to share everything because I'm censored again, but you can find the playlist under YouTube, but under odyssey.com, I'm uncensored, and you find the whole playlist there. You can find a playlist under YouTube, but it'll direct you to Rumble or Odyssey where I'm uncensored. Because, to talk about Tartaria, you have to go deep into it. I love you. I love you. I love you infinitely. I'm so thankful to be here with you guys. TikTok, what's up? So to find out the truth, you all, I have to talk about uncensored things. Things that you will not hear. I've never shied. I've been on this, and I'm known as a galactic historian and as a spiritual revolutionist because I've been covering these materials. These materials, not just to Tartaria, but many materials that people were too shy to talk about back then. You all, I talked about what the jab was before anyone knew what the jab was. Just days after. I said exactly what it was going to do to the DNA before the doctors. Everyone said, a lot of people said I was crazy. I was making videos then, days after the jab. This talks about that. That super soldier program that they're trying to make humanity into. This book talks about that. You all. It's huge. It's huge. Go to Amazon, Barnes& Noble again. So, let me tell you. Help this algorithm blow this up, y'all. Hit like, hit like, hit like. Um, and TikTok doesn't save the video. So you could watch this video. I'm going to post it on Rumble in case you want to watch it and share it with your friends and family. Okay. Thank you all. Someone said this book is so beautiful and activating. Thank you. Yes, you did. That's right. Yes, I did. Yes, we did talk about all that stuff back then. So in case you're new to me, you all, and you just found me, we've been talking about these things before they even came to be and before the actual proof was there. And I'm so thankful that I have this connection to my higher self and source of light, the creator, where we're only channeling and basically remote viewing the benevolence, because that's all that's allowed. Again, so then from there, chapter 5, our ancestors and their maps and the knowledge there with them. Okay. What else? Chapter 6. So that was chapter 6, our ancestors' maps and knowledge. I can show you a preview of some pictures. The resistance at the North Pole, you all. Did you know that there's a resistance at the North Pole? I bet you didn't know that. What else is restricted besides Antarctica, you all? The North Pole. There's a resistance, underground resistance everywhere, and this book starts talking about it. Yeah, that's chapter 7. Then there's chapter 8 because Nikola Tesla starts talking about us and talking to us and telling us about his technology. You know that Lahaina technology? I've made videos where I found his patents and he told us He did that death ray, and it was supposed to be for positive to keep like the Iron Dome from Israel. That's his technology. So I've been covering all these topics, and this book right here tells you. The other thing that people are talking about is that the way that I've written this is that it's not victimizing because we're no one's victims. Is that the way it flows, and it's like embodied with so much love light in it that it's so easy to read. Like, you know, when you read a book and it's like hard to understand it and it's like your brain can't wrap around it, you all, come on, I challenge you. Buy this and you're gonna see how easy it is and flows each page one after another. Okay? All right. Hi, beautiful. What's up, Phoenix? Thank you, you all. What's up? So the next one is from chapter 8. So yeah, chapter 8 is Nikola Tesla, Tartaria discovered. Ah, your first time watching me on live? What's up? But you know me, you know me. So yes, I remember your name. I know who you are. So and then chapter 9 is the resets of Earth. Like how did they reset us? The way they did that is North Carolina. Wipe, isn't it gone? It's just gone. What happened to the people? Horrible. You know which administration came before this current administration that did that? They started taking the children, 300,000 children missing. Okay? And that's all here. That's all here covered. It even goes into like how they go into the past. Look at this. African Americans back in the 1800s, 1900s, I found the Parthenon, which is in Nashville, you all. Nashville. There she is. There was pyramids back then. This is all there. It's on their walls, you all. And Athena's there. And we were a multi-race then, you all. Like, I talk about it in this book and this series, like, you know, these what they call African Americans now. No, they were indigenous. They were indigenous to here. There's Athena. Gold. Factually solid gold sitting there. All the secrets unveiled. I mean, back then, the World Fairs. I talk about the World Fairs. Look at this. The World Fairs. Um, all the races living here. Asians, Cubans. What's up, Cubanos? Los hispanos aquí estaban. Right? You all. We go into the Urbano Monte map. I mean, that's one of my favorite maps. 1570 something Urbano Monte map. What's up? We go in and explain it. Like, look at this, y'all. Like, let me show you. It's so exciting. Go to Amazon, Barnes and Noble, you all. Um, let's see. 5555, send love to the children of Earth. We do that. We send love to the children of Earth on 555. Okay, centaurs. Centaurs are big. You see them everywhere. This it starts explaining to you why are centaurs everywhere in just about every Tartarian building. Well, this tells you why. Okay. All right. Let me see. What else we got? All right. So from there, that was chapter 8. So Nikola Tesla, just diving into that, and then chapter 9 are the resets of the Earth. Chapter 10 are the giants of Tartaria. We channeled giants to figure them out. They call them Nephilim and so on. They were giants. They were our brethren. They walked among us. They were not bad guys. See, you're going to read this book and you're going to unveil and like transmute the crap of everything that you have heard that is false. You're going to step into a divinity that is so pure and beautiful because this is the truth, you all. We're no one's victims. We're no one's victim. We are strong, united. Then we go into the giants, right, of Tartaria. Then there's chapter 11, which concludes it, which are the artificial intelligence simulations. And then, beautiful conclusion for me, love, sovereignty, remembrance, because the way that we stop this current reset that they have us on, or they think they have us on, which we don't consent to, is that we remember you all. Right here. You have it all in your third eye, in your brain. We talk about all these floating planets. consciousness, how we're on floating waters. And it again, it goes into the quantum physics of it. There's more on the Urbano Monte map. You all go purchase it on Amazon. We talk about the planetary constructs, how they exist in a plane of existence, especially in the third dimension. And I teach again the science and the data to it. Mm-hmm. Look at this, you all. How beautiful is that image? The dragons and the tree, the giant tree of life that we are exists within. Again, people ask, what are we? Is it round? Is it flat? It's both. Energetically, it could be round because it's basically two. We're infinite bubbles. We're in bubbles of water like this. Okay? You watched my videos, hopefully. I mean, you could have been one of those millions that watched back then when I started in 2022. Eventually, they figured it out, you all. I was getting like 200,000 views overnight on just one video. Then they shadow banned me. And when they shadow banned me, look at my profile, you all. It's only got 200 views on each video. So then at that point, I just continued with Rumble because they completely shadow banned me to a whole nother level. So go check it out, you all. Go to Amazon. Go to Barnes& and Noble. This is incredible. I talk about alchemy, like the flowers of life, in the constructs that we exist within these flowers of life, so you could understand how powerful you are. Yeah, they can't stop us. They cannot stop us. I mean, even just like the first quote, like right here. You are as free as the ever-moving motion of the ocean, unrestricted and unbounded. You hear me? You are as free as the ever-moving motion of the ocean, unrestricted and unbounded. That you are. That you are. What's up? Yeah. So I am so excited to be announcing my third book. I even talk to you guys about science and teach you about the nucleus and atoms. And again, since I'm channeling Einstein, we even talk about like theories, the theory of relativity, the E equals mc square. Like, you know, all this kind of stuff that you didn't think that you can get. This book explains it because they were Tartaria. Einstein was Tartaria. Nikola Tesla was Tartaria. They were the genius minds that we were before they dummified us with V's, with Vax. V's. Um, so before that, we were so intelligent. I even go into like the Urbano Monte map. You see this? Like here, this man here. Here. All these mans are located at the Urbano Monte map. And they're in charge, in charge of these lands. And they think that they're in charge. And the way the invasion that happened. Now the book is going to explain it. I love the written form because it's absolutely incredible to watch it in live time when I began in 2022. It's powerful healing. And then reading it in as a book is a whole nother level. Like if you were one of the ones that watched it or has been watching the series with me since 2022, this is a whole nother level. And also there's like these aura regressions, which is a past life regression. People's memories, when you go into their consciousness, they will remember. Like, okay, chapter 7, the resistance at the North Pole. Yes, again, there is a resistance at the North Pole. And the quote here, because it's a parallel dimension, it's like a mirror. So what is happening on one sphere or one spherical dimension of the earth can be felt as a reflection on the other. It's like an echo in another time and space. So the energy is spheric and bubble, but it's also flat at the same time because we're in a plane of existence. It's both flat and circle. But technically it's more flat in the 3D. We're on a plane of floating waters. We're on a land that basically is back to the indigenous teachings. We're on a land that floats on waters, which is more flat. We even talk about photons. Like, how to understand photons in our fields, our magnetic fields. Yes. Chicago World Fairs, all sorts of pictures and videos that you will find videos on the original videos have all the original reference there. People all over. I want to thank everyone all over the world who has been part of this Tartarian um awakening because this is what's going to wake them up. Like people don't believe that we could be encircled inside the ice walls of Antarctica. Through this book series, we find out how they have us inside these ice walls. And people don't believe that, but it's true. If you just allow yourself to stop being indoctrinated to the system, also be a sheeple, then you will see that, hold on, question things for a minute. Step into your heart, question things for a minute, and you will see how we are inside of there, and that's why they have it restricted. It's kind of common sense. Why do you have it restricted? Why is Antarctica restricted? And why is North Pole restricted? Because there are worlds and lands within lands beyond that, you all. There are people on the other side of Antarctica that don't know that we exist inside of here, and we don't know that they exist out there. Right? It makes so much sense. That is why it's restricted. Cut the BS, bro. We know you. We were onto you, okay? And the first chapters to this book tells you of that ice wall and those civilizations that are there. And it gets kind of creepy because they're like clones and like those movies that you watch, like Hunger Games and Divergent and like I don't know some of them, but like, there's you're trapped in this island and you can't get out and like they have children and they're like fighting them against each other. I have videos about this, y'all. Like transhumanism, videos on super soldiers, MK Ultra. But this book tells you about it. Look at this. Tartaria technology. I want to thank TikTok because the videos that I shared was from the TikTokers, the channels. I want to thank you, giving credit to them. Um, yeah, I hold no copyright to any images of that. Period. But then there's also my most of it's also pictures I took though. So yeah, there's Parthenon, the Parthenon. Whoa. Again, back to Athena. The giants existed, you all. Lord of the Rings was real. Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, you all. That's a documentary. For real. The world fairs were real. I work with people like and their past life memories because I'm a past life regressionist and a spiritual revolutionist and a galactic historian. And I am actually the founder to Aura Hypnosis. Have you heard of the amazing Aura Hypnosis past life regressionists all over the world? I'm the founder of that. That I am. And they're all over the world assisting through Aura Hypnosis past life regression. And that's how you gain it, you all. The memory is here. You've been told all your life to not remember who you are, but the truth is that the reason why you're stuck in this inverted cycle is because you can't remember who you are. Have you remembered your Tartarian lives? You have to remember your Tartarian lives because that is actually the life that just came before this one, you all. So it's so recent. Why are you not remembering it? Because they don't want you to remember it with all the V's that they've injected you with. They want to keep you dumbified. Tennessee, what's up? Centennial, World Fairs. They want to keep you not connected to your brain, to your consciousness, to know that everything exists right here in your third eye, your brain, to regain this memory back. Yep. And that's how they've done it over and over. But it began with the fall of Atlantis, which I get to cover on here, but Fall of Atlantis goes more into the first two books that I released of Galactic Soul History of the Universe and Multiverse. But this is its own series. Tartaria, The Lost Cities of Tartaria, and Beyond the Ice Walls of Antarctica is its own series. But if you want to look into more of the history of that, like universally, multiversal, then you want to look at those two books. Incredible. What questions you guys have? Is there questions? Ah, you regressed into one and you were an angel? Yeah, let's see. Let me read your comments. Cool. You're an illustrator? Awesome. I'm so happy for my illustrator. She's pretty amazing. All hand drawn. No AI. Drew that. We don't consent to AI, which is the artificial intelligence, was just really the bad guy in the future that keeps people in cages. And we start talking about this here because that's really what they want, is they want to integrate the AI with us so that they could control us in the future and future timelines. I have a video on orbiting into higher timelines where I talk about the quantum physics. Someone said your books are collector items, literally works of art. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Um, the illustrator is the bomb. Yeah, that's right. Amazing artist. Um, so you guys are so sweet. Thank you. Let's go talk about. We're inside of here. And what's beyond? What's beyond in the universe and multiverse? This book has it all, you all. Let's go. Thank you for being here. I am so excited to have gone live with you here on TikTok. Now, I don't do TikTok um, live or the videos again because they really shadow ban me. But go to Rumble, Rumble Live. That's where I'm at every Friday live, 1 p.m. Central Time. I'm about to host a retreat in Ireland, which teaches you how to remove entities and how to work quantumly in your body, any parasites attached, whether you've gotten the jab or not, or whether you were in a past life and you got an attachment there, any kind of trauma. People don't realize that trauma is rooted to your ancestors. And what's happening is that it's in the last chapter. It talks to you about your tree of life. We talk to you about your tree of life there and how to remove yourself from all your past ancestors that are showering down all like their inversions and what they've been stuck on. Yeah. So, so make sure you check that out. All right, we're finishing up here. You all go to Rumble live every Friday. Go subscribe. Go follow me there. Go to Odyssey where I'm uncensored. You could go to my other platforms like YouTube's, but I'm only uncensored under Rumble and Odyssey. And then go to Amazon right now. Go purchase it, you all. Come on. Purchase it. Amazon right now. The Lost Cities of Tartaria. Beyond the Ice Walls of Antarctica. Why is it restricted? Go there now. Amazon, Barnes& and Noble, only under Amazon, you'll find it in color, just like the illustrations I showed you today that are full in beautiful color. Um, and then from there, oh, it's beautiful color. And then you can find in black and white under Barnes& and Noble because they don't do black and white. They don't do color. Only Amazon does. So go purchase that right now. Lost Cities of Tartaria, Giants. Let's go, you all. Let's go. I'm so excited to see you there. Ah, I'm so excited. You can find it under ebook, Kindle, um, uh, printed in color under Amazon, black and white. Again, Barnes& and Noble. Oh my God, you all. This is huge. You just got the number 2 gifter badge. Oh wait, what is that? Oh, that's something else. Here's the link for the book. Yeah, what's up? Let me see. It says here if I swipe right, it gives me more of a. Okay. Total views, 434 views. You all, thank you. 365. 67 live connections. Wow. Thank you, you all. Thank you for being here. Hit new followers, hit follow right there and go to Rumble and Odyssey to follow me everywhere where I'm always live on Rumble every Friday, 1 p.m. Central Time. Thank you. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being so incredible. Remember what? I'm going to finish it off with this paragraph again. Remember, you all, here we go. You are here because you are the collective who is standing up to the beginning of their tried reset. And through floodings and weather modification upon our current era. We say tried because this time the elites will not prevail as they have done so through our ancestors. We have to unite together into the largest awareness as a collective to loudly and clearly say that we do not consent, which is the purest and truest intention of the delivery of this book series. I love you with all that I am. Thank you for being here. Follow me here, Rumble, Odyssey. Let's go, you all. 90 episodes of the Lost Cities of Tartaria on my Rumble. You could go watch Odyssey playlist. You can find playlist there. Right now. Watch it now, you all. What are you waiting for? Hello, I'm echoing. What are you waiting for? Come on, you all. You're going to be wild. But go purchase the book. Let's go, you all. We're no one's sheeple, no one's sheep. We don't consent to you. You can't reset us. You cannot. We don't consent to you. I love you, honor you, and respect you. Thank you, being so strong, for understanding this Tartaria, for being the ones who have unveiled your eyes and have seen the truth of the indoctrination of humanity. We don't consent. I'll see y'all next time. Bye, loves. Woo! Thank you. I forgot how to end this. All right. Love y'all.